People tryna say I'm only in the media. Got a code with my dogs, can't get in between. I can give them life, no more energy. Man.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Lions coming in at 10-4, going up against the Packers, who come in at 9-5.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL sends us to the state of Michigan as we are inside Ford Field in downtown Detroit. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Between the Green Bay Packers and the Detroit Lions. First carry here for Ty Montgomery. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second down, here's Rodgers. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 23. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It goes for a gain of 10, and it's a first down. And he is the NFC rating offensive player of the week. You got to think, all the guys that take the field each and every week, that's not an easy award. Always has to feel good to grab.
It has to feel great because it separates you, at least for a week, amongst your peers. And for him to separate again, he has to have the same type of a game. That means being explosive off the line of scrimmage and catching everything that comes his way.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Fresh set of downs here. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. See if they stay on the ground for second down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Second down following the run. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Nelson. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. 23 yards on the play.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that could be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Nice job defensively to hold them to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now they send a man in motion right. Second and goal as the offense looks to try to punch it in. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flush to his right. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
I know every offense wants to start their snaps closer to the goal line, but it's actually harder to throw the ball in those situations. You throw into that tight coverage, you see what happens. Hard to get the ball in there.
Not enough space there. Lucky maybe that it wasn't intercepted. And, Charles, they get the field goal. Took him a dozen plays, though.
Work with me on this one. You know what I'm about to say, right? Bend but don't break. That's what came into play here for the defense. 12 plays were run at them. They only gave up 3 points. In a lot of ways, that's a win for the defense.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a first down throw. Stafford into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Caught left side, Benner. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Rodgers going to give this one to Montgomery. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Following the flag, 1st and 20 now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd and long. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
A play fake to Montgomery. Now Rodgers. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
On the run, Abdullah got some room at the 30. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Here's Stafford. And that one falls incomplete. Try to dump it underneath. Now 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Stafford gives to Abdullah on the draw. And he is knocked down from the side at the 29. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, don't worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
An update from Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, exactly.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Akeem Spence in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. They go play action for Montgomery, and now Rodgers. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And with it, time has expired. The Packers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Cobb. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. A 2nd down run for Abdullah. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3. Play faked Abdullah. It's Stafford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they run successful.
And here now the punter, Martin, booming this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They give them 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Montgomery. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a 2nd time.
He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and they're going to face a 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And oh, what a catch there by Marshall. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On play action, Rodgers. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. And down inside the 15 he goes. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this offense on third down today, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. To throw is Rodgers. Operating from the gun. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
They've gone to the second quarter now in Denver. The Broncos have taken the early lead. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before and realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well.
else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
19 yards that time for number 19.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
To throw on second down is Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Throwing is Stafford. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
2nd down following the incompletion. Stafford gives to Abdullah. And he's going to be run over. Hit hard as he'll be marked down near the 25. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 10, and they pick up the first. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, second down. Stafford barking out signals and trying to get his guys set quickly. Stafford caught on the right side by Jones. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones as the first half is winding down. And the Lions are in for 6. And he's got it as the lead is now 10-6. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. On play action, it's Rodgers. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Hauling it in, Nelson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
All right, say it with me now. There's a lot of different words we can come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty.
Yep.
Wiley. Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what
Amir Abdullah. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, 79 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked off by Tahir Whitehead. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
To the right side to Eric Ebron. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Here's Stafford now on second down. Jake Ryan in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Rodgers handing to Montgomery. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
I'm sorry, but it's almost unfair. Brandon Marshall can make so many plays, but even when you think he's covered,
he's not.
No, he's really not. He uncovers and makes a play on you and picks up good yardage in doing so.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's going to be stopped dead in his tracks. Right near the 39. Another nice gain. 13 yards that time and another first down. So the D-line's going to spread out. Now a play fake here on first down. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
What a job by this defense all game long. They've come together and really said, no one's crossing our goal line, and they're definitely not going to start right now.
You can just see the dejection. Feel like nothing is working offensively. Montgomery back to the ground, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Packers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Nevin Lawson with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
And he's going to get this one all the way up past the 20-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Now Stafford hands to Abdullah. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Again, it's Abdullah. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Not something you want to see in week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Stafford. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up.
Touchdown, Detroit! Marvin Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Lions add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, the spin. And now running right through it. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some space here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And that's complete to Marshall on the crossing route. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to cut it.
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this third quarter. Ziggy Ansah. On second down, here's Rodgers. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Nelson. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason, it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to make it fourth down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 46. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Stafford. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Nick Perry in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. They'll run it now out of the gun, and they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
I like what they were thinking on defense. Just guard the first down sticks. Don't let anyone pass that. Didn't matter whether they threw it or ran it. They just ended up rallying to the football in the running play and stopped them short of a first down.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they will be backed up deep as they'll have to start the drive from the 6-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Flushed out right. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. Montgomery hit, and the ball is loose. And this thing gets blown up well behind the line of scrimmage, but the marker is down on the field. Who's this against? All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
He's going to wind up and air it out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Okay, partner, hyperbole a little bit, right? I think that this has got to be the best game I've seen this secondary play this entire season. Doesn't matter whether they've been in man, zone, they've reacted, communicated, and really made plays on the football.
They absolutely have. And the play on that last deep ball, maybe the best example of it, they've been solid. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Armani Bryant. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Now on 4th down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit. I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Packers pick it up.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now they try the right side here. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. 1st down, 4th quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the...
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. They're in the fourth quarter in Denver. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And that'll be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Third down and 8 now. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. He may try and run for this. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. And now here's a carry heading left. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
In my humble estimation, terrific work there defensively. Running backs trying to get wide, get to the sideline, and they beat him to the spot, forced him out of bounds, pretty close to the line of scrimmage.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was...
He's got him in, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A gain of 32 that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going. Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Rodgers to Cobb, good for a Green Bay first. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
And that will be incomplete. As time happens.
Okay, I was gone for a minute, but I'm back now. Sit back down. Seem like everybody nowadays, Hollywood. I was back now.